We have some more interesting genealogies to look at today. Got at least three more. No, it's quite a few more. All right, so today we look at the marriage of Gati and Pulaha. Gati means to progress, to move towards something is Gati. And Pulaha, Pula means bigness, greatness, and Ha is the sky, like vastness or greatness. So the reason why Gati wanted to marry Pulaha is because progress wants to go towards things that are big and high, etc. So when they got married, she gave him 3 pure sons. The names of these sons are Karmashreshta, Riyan, and Sahishnu. So Karmashreshta, karma everybody knows the wrong meaning of the word. Karma means action. Shreshta means exemplary, excellent. So karma shreshta means excellent action or superb effort. If you want to make progress to a big goal, then you can't be like half-assed in your efforts. You have to really do the work right. Yeah, if you have a goal, you want to lose 80 pounds in 3 months, then you better be pretty on point with your exercise and your diet. You're not going to get there unless your karma is shrishta, unless your actions are very exemplary if you have a big goal. So that's the first thing that's required to achieve greatness, to progress to greatness, is karma shrishta. Real dedication to doing the actions as best as you possibly can, not being lazy or lax in any of the details of what you're doing. The second child is Variyan, which is, Vara means bigness. Variyan means to have big ambitions, to want greatness. So you have to be motivated. You have to really want the greatness. Otherwise, you won't put in the effort for karma shrishta to do your activities really perfectly. Okay, so if you want to progress towards greatness, just give up on it if the greatness isn't something that really, really, really pulls your heart. Find something else. If that particular kind of greatness really pulls your heart and makes you really want it, then you can achieve it. So then you'll have variyan. You'll have desire to be that big, to be that great, to be that goal. When you have that desire strongly, then you have the energy required to do karma very effectively, to do karma shreshta. Now, the third child is named Sahishnu. This means patience. Tororiva Sahishnuna, more patient than a tree. Or tolerance. Or endurance. Patience is a good one-word translation for Sahishna. Peeps. So even if you have huge ambition, powerful ambition, and you are really dedicated to your action, you won't get to the goal if you don't have Sahishnu, which means tolerance, patience. No goal comes immediately. Okay, so those are the 3 children of Gati and Pulaha. These children illustrate that big ambitions coupled with excellent endeavor and patience will make us progress towards greatness. Okay, simple, right? Good lesson, though. If you're not achieving a goal, it's because you're lacking on one of these 3. You figure out, or maybe all 3. At least one of these 3 things are lacking. Maybe there's not enough patience or tolerance. Maybe there's not enough motivation. That's variyan. Or maybe there's not enough effort. You're not making enough effort. Karma Shrestha. Next, the next marriage is Kriya and Kratu. Kriya means action. So now you got this Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is basically all these exercises. These exercises that you do to clear out like pranayama exercises. So Kriya really means the exercise or an action. It's very similar to karma, but it's more like an exercise. And Kratu is the purpose, like the reason for the action. So naturally, Kriya is going to be attracted to marry Kratu. Kriya, or the exercise or the output of energy, is going to be attracted to the purpose for the energy. So she married Kratu, and boy, she gave him a group of children, 60,000 sages blazing with spiritual potency, named the Valakya. The Valakya. It's a cool name. It's Valakya, like Valkyrie or something. Kriya bore Kratu the Valakya. The Valakya are these powerful sages. They're like, what do they call those? Battle mages. If my memory serves correctly, they're like battle mages. They can use their magic power to defend things. And I think there's an episode when Rudra sends, it's coming up soon, where Rudra sends an army of devils to attack Daksha's sacrifice. And I think that the devils initially get defeated by the Valakya. Kriya is not necessarily spontaneous or anything, it's just action. Kriya is often synonymous with sadhana, the word sadhana, practice or effort or endeavor or exercise. So, what's the lesson there? Kriya, or action, married Kratu and then created 60,000 sages blazing with spiritual power, Valakya. This illustrates that actions motivated by resolute purpose will bear profuse and splendid results. So it's a simple lesson here. If your actions aren't motivated by purpose, by resolute purpose, Kratu, then they're going to be unfocused. For 3 minutes, you'll work on this. For 5 minutes, you'll work on that. For 2 minutes, you'll work on another thing. None of those things is going to get done. And especially, they're not going to get done very well. But when you have resolute purpose, you endeavor really intensely on the objective. Or maybe it's not just in terms of time, but it's in terms of intensity too. And when you endeavor intensively on the thing, it produces profuse 60,000 and splendid or powerful results. There's the lesson in that. Next one, Arundati and Vashishta, one of the more famous couples. Kriya means verb. Kriya is action. Yeah, Kriya Yoga is the yoga of exercises. Enthusiasm and skill. Arundati is enthusiasm and Vashishta is skill. So all three of these guys are the same, really, right? This is the same lesson. These three daughters, Gati, Kriya, and Arundati, and their marriage to Pulaha, Kratu, and Vashishta is basically the same lesson. It's that when your efforts are paired with your desires, then you get great results. That, by the way, is the essence of what a Raja Yoga is in astrology. When you combine the trine lord with an angle lord, a Kendra lord with a Kona lord, what you're doing is you're combining your skill, which is the trine lord, You're combining your skill, or the thing which you will actually do or practice, which is the Kendra Lord, with your enthusiasm or motivation or luck, which is the Kona Lord. So it's basically when what you want to do or what you're good at doing aligns with what you're actually doing. Then you get fantastic results. So these three marriages are illustrating that principle, the combination between a Kendra Lord and a Kona Lord. Vashishta Yoga, this is the Vashishta. Arundati is also known as Urja. In Vaishnav circles around this time of year, there's Urja Vrata. It's a certain kind of sadhana. Or it's just a time period. It's like a month for intensifying the sadhana. So Urja means like a lot of passion. Urge, the word urge, Urja. Urgent. Arundati means like arisen, arousing. Urgent, intensifying, intensified. So Arundati Urja, it basically means enthusiasm or intensity. And Vashishta means skill. She gave her husband Vashishta 7 spotless spiritual sages named Chitraketu, Surochi, Viraja, Mitra, Ulbana, Vasubhrityana, and Dhuman. Okay, now here are the meanings. Thus, when we apply our skills with great enthusiasm, skills is Vashishta, and enthusiasm is Urja or Arundati, the results are sure to be powerful, Dhuman, helpful, Vasubhrityana, abundant, Ulbana, endearing, Mitra. Viraja means without defect, sparklingly beautiful, Suruchi, and illuminatingly clear, Chitraketu. Thank you again, Bardo. Okay, so basic lesson is if your enthusiasm aligns with your skill. It's like a lot of times you'll find this is a big problem in people. They want to be an actress, but they're very talented at math. Or they want to be a mathematician, but actually they're very talented at painting. Sometimes, however, you find a person that's really wants to be a piano player and is very good at playing piano. So guess who has more success? So that's what these three marriages are illustrating. When your skill and your enthusiasm aligns, then you get these properties to your results. Chitraketu, it's clear. You produce things that are people notice. Chitraketu, people notice what you produce. Surochi, they're outstanding. They're really brilliant. Viraja, they're excellent. They don't have defects. They're perfect. You make perfect stuff. Mitra, people love them. Ulbana, you make a lot of stuff easily. Abundant. Vasubhrityana means a couple of things. Like I think like a lot of people can use it. It can help a lot of people. It's useful to a lot of people, or it's effective for a lot of people, like a good song that everybody can relate to, and it helps them with their feelings. And Dhuman, you become powerful. Arundati also gave Vashishta other sons headed by Shakti. Thus, if we desire empowerment, Shakti, we must apply our skills, Vashishta, with great enthusiasm. Urja. All right. Continue. Any questions? Go ahead and type them in. Now, the next couple is Shanti and Atarva. Shanti, who is also known as Chitti, gave Atarva a son named Dadhyancha. Dadhyancha. Anybody who studied the nakshatras kind of knows about Dadhyancha. Dadhyancha is important in the Ashwini story. Dadhyancha followed strict vows and is famous for wearing a horse's head. Thus, when thoughtfulness, chitti, is primary, atarva, we naturally minimize our external affairs and become thin, Dadhyancha. Okay, so there's only one son here. Some of the marriages are producing 60,000 kids. But this one, Shanti and Atarva. Shanti is peace. And Atarva is very important or primary. So there's not a lot of motivation and stuff like that here. So there's just one kid produced. And the name of this child is Dadhyancha. Dadhyancha means thin. Skinny. So this lesson here is about minimalism. If you want to be peaceful and focus on what's important or primary in your life, atarva, then be thin. Dadhyancha. Don't get fat. Emotionally, don't eat more things than you need. Emotionally, in terms of your desires, etc. Make sense? Shanti is peacefulness. Chitti means thoughtfulness. If you focus on what's primary. There's another lesson here is if you want to be thin, so to speak, like if you want to not have excess baggage in your life, then just focus or chitti on what's atarva, primary. Focus on the main thing that you want. Don't get sidetracked or derailed into other things along the way. If you want to lose weight, focus on the goal. Ayush, hello. What about a single cause who rules Kendra and Kona? That's called a Yogacar. Anil, I wonder how the 11th house relates to this. I don't know, because I don't know what this and all that stuff means anymore. All right, so there's Shanti and Atarva. Let me know if you guys have questions. This is pretty simple. Kind of like this part of the Bhagavatam reminds me of the kind of lessons that you get in a book called Hitopadesh. Like just simple lessons about life. How to do simple things in life. The next marriage is Gati and Pulaha. Yeah, Chitra Ketu, Greedy Rick says, is that the same as the nakshatra? Yes, nakshatra is called Chitra and Ketu the south node. Ketu means something that will attract your attention. That's what the word literally means, like a flag. Or like we say, a red flag. A flag, something which draws your attention is called a Ketu. So the reason why the term is used in astrology is because the term originally referred to things like comets and meteors and eclipses. Things, unusual events that would really attract the eye. Not like Jupiter. Where's Jupiter? I don't know. You could easily overlook it. You can't overlook a shooting star, a comet, a meteor, an eclipse. So they were called Ketus. And Chitra means beautiful and bright and sparkly. So when the action is Chitra Ketu, this is also a famous. This guy, Chitra Ketu, is going to be famous later. I mean, you're going to hear stories about this person. But the name itself means it attracts your eye by its sparkle. So this is the child for Arundati and Vashishta when your enthusiasm and your skill match up. When you want to be a great piano player and you actually have talent for it, then when you play the piano, your playing is going to be Chitraketu. If you have talent for playing the piano, but you don't really care about playing piano, then when you play piano, it's not going to be Chitraketu. And if you want to play the piano, but you don't have skill for it, when you play it, it's also not going to be Chitraketu. They have to line up. That's interesting. Bardo is asking for monetization of skill. That is probably one of the meanings of Varubridhyana. Vasubridhyana. Brit means to support. Varubridhyana means it will give you a lot of wealth. Ketu is headless. Yeah, so. And what's Rahu? I don't know the etymology of Rahu, but Rahu is the actual name of the person who was split into half. You gotta realize language is a sloppy thing, and it evolves over thousands of years of usage and then changes and all that stuff. And then you have these things that we think are like set in stone. I mean, it's just the way words have been used. Okay, so we'll move on to Gati and Pulaha. Gati, that's a kind of a modern name, Kathy. The effects of fame. Now here. Very fortunate Bhrigu got 2 sons and a daughter from his wife Gati. This marriage represents coming to the precipice of fame. Gati is like Kirti. Gati means fame. Well, in Japan, actually, people say Kya as an exclamation. So it's like something that's exciting and attractive and it draws everybody's attention. Is called Gati. Bhrigu means the precipice, or like this pinnacle. The daughter of Bhrigu and Gati is named Shri. Because auspicious fortune, Shri is both the cause and effect of rising to fame. Bhrigu is the pinnacle, right? So the pinnacle of fame, Gati, is Shri. Shri means a lot of things. Shri basically, like it's hard to pinpoint exactly what Shri means. Basically, Shri means opulence. So opulence is the result of fame. Look at all the famous people. And they're opulent. And then opulence is also the cause of fame. Why did somebody become famous? Because they have some type of an opulence. So this requires us to analyze the concept of opulence in more detail, which Parashara Muni does in Vishnu Purana. He says there's basically 6 categories of opulence. And it includes things like beauty, strength, wisdom, detachment, money or wealth. And what's the other thing? Power. But I think that's strength. I'm not sure. So anyway, there's different types of opulences. But the concept here is that Shri is what will make you famous, and Shri is also the result of fame. So Shri brings you to the pinnacle of fame, and then Shri also comes from the pinnacle of fame. This daughter was an exalted devotee of the all-attractive because the all-attractive is the natural root and shelter of all auspiciousness. It's not the main Lakshmi that we think of as Lakshmi. The main Lakshmi that we think of as Lakshmi, the primary Lakshmi, was born from the ocean during the Mandara thing, when they were churning it. Somebody else has a similar name. who's also a devotee of Vishnu. So, but the interesting thing is that Shri will naturally be attracted to Shriman. Shri will always get attracted to the one who can support that energy and hold it and give it substance, give it ground. So Shri always gets attracted to Bhagavan. Bhaga always gets attracted to Bhagavan. Renunciation is the sixth, or detachment. I can't remember the six of them. Sorry. The sons, so he got two sons and one daughter. The daughter is Shri. The sons are named Dhata and Vidhata. Because at the precipice of fame, it is essential to remain Dhata and avoid Vidhata. Dhata means patient, sober, balanced. At the precipice, you have to be balanced. If you get Vidhata at the precipice, you'll fall off. If you get unbalanced when you're on a precipice or a high point, you'll fall. So when you, from Khyati, from the celebration or the celebrity, you get risen up to a Bhrigu, which is a high point, which is a precipice. When you're on the precipice, you're there because of the Shri. That's why people were Khyati. That's why they were celebrating you. And you get even more Shri when you're up there. People are paying to see you. People are paying to listen to you. People are paying for everything, giving you anything. So you're getting Shri while you're up there, and you're up there because of your Shri. But guess what? Being up there, it's a very precarious precipice. So if you become unbalanced, you fall from that spot. You have to try to stay up there. It's difficult to stay up there. So the essential thing is Dhata and Vidhata. To not get intoxicated, because when you're intoxicated, you lose your balance. So not to get carried away, not to get overly elated or depressed and all that stuff, but to remain calm. Dhata Vidhata. Mati and Man are the same. It's just one is feminine conjugation and the other is masculine conjugation. It means the one who possesses or is the abode of. Shri Man is the abode of Shri. Shri Mati is an abode of Shri. If you call somebody Shri Mati something something, that means Shri Mati, insert name here. It means that person possesses Shri, has great Shri, has great opulence, beauty, etc. Data. I have another one in here. Oh. Now for the grandkids. Data, which is one of the sons of Gati and Pulaha, he gained Meru's daughter Ayati as his wife because sobriety allows fame to endure. Ayush, Ayati. Vidata married Meru's other daughter Niyati because imbalance and excess causes fame to be fleeting. Niyati. That's what happens when people get famous. They get into excess, and then they're not famous anymore. Why are they not famous anymore? Because their energy gets squandered. They lose their balance. They're not that attractive anymore. They're missing that one Shri, that one opulence, which is detachment, and the other one, which is wisdom. And therefore, they lose their virya, which is power, and therefore, even their Shri and their even their wealth and their beauty starts to wane. So they lose their Khyati, they lose their celebrity, and they fall down from the precipice. So that's very interesting. When you get up onto the precipice of fame, there's going to be two sons. One is Data and one is Vidata. Vidata marries Ayati, which means lasting. And Vidata marries Niyati, which means fleeting. So if once you get fame, you become Adata, unbalanced by it, then your fame will be fleeting, Niyati. But if you get fame and you remain Data, which means balanced and sober, you remain yourself, then your fame will be Ayati, or enduring. All right, that's enough for today. A lot of good stuff. There's more. I think I have a lot to edit. This is a little bit sloppy. I want to improve it. And then tomorrow we'll start up again with Gati and Pulaha again. Sober, both literal and extended. Let me just read you the rest of this. Ayati gave a son to Datta. They named this boy Mukunda, because enduring fame breaks the force of morality. Breaks the force of mortality. Enduring fame breaks the force of mortality. This is a very Greek kind of concept, Norse kind of concept too, that you become immortal by your fame. So when the fame of a sober person can last so long beyond their death. So the child of Datta and Ayati is Mukunda, the one who destroys death. Mukunda became the father of Markandeya, a very important scholar who plays an important role in the Upanishads. Niyati gave a son to Vidatta. They named him Prana because fleeting fame is extremely exciting and invigorating. Prana, very interesting. Prana became the father of Vedashira, another important scholar, who became angry with another sage and was cursed to become the serpent, Kaliya. Wow. You'll hear about Kaliya. Kaliya is the serpent dragon that is involved in Krishna's Leela. So he is Vedashira, who's the son of Prana, who's the son of Vidatta and Niyati. Bhrigu had another son, a blessed person known as Ushana. Kai and Bhargava. I have to fix this. This needs to be edited. Thus, Kardama's daughters significantly contributed to populating the world. Carefully hearing about them removes wickedness and grants transcendence. This is another clue that you have to carefully hear about these guys. It's not just a genealogy. Listen carefully to the names, and then your mistakes in your everyday life will be fixed if you listen carefully to these genealogies, and you'll even get higher. The only way from the top is down, Bardo asks. No, not really. Look, when you're at the top, when you're at the Bhrigu of Kyati, it depends on if you're Datta or Adatta. If you're Adatta, then your only way is down. If you're Adatta, then you stay at the top. You could stay at the top forever, which is Mrikanda. You can break all boundaries. I mean, look at these people. These people whose activities are recorded in the Bhagavatam, whose activities have been recorded in Puranas. Their fame is eternal. You can remain famous eternally. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow for more of this interesting stuff.